Hello, everyone, and welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to another video on the season of Arrow. This is season 22, episode 22. Season 2, episode 22. This is Streets of Fire is the name of the episode. Yeah, another great episode. This is the second to last episode of the season. Next week's the finale, so we just got one more episode, sadly. Yeah, I enjoyed the episode overall. Great episode. Yeah, very fast, quick pacing throughout the whole show. The only snags it had or slowdowns was on the island scenes, the flashback scenes. Those are the only things that really slowed the episode down. Overall, though, it was great. The only nitpicks I've had. Small nitpicks with the episode from last episode too is that they didn't explain what happened to Oliver's leg. How is it magically healed? I mean, all of a sudden he's jumping around and kicking. I thought he broke his leg. I thought Roy broke it, or at least injured him very badly. But they just pretty much just ignored that his leg is just magically healed now. I mean, it just seems odd to me. The other nitpick was the rocks at the beginning of the episode were just there was the cave-in, the collapse, and then all of a sudden he's under all these like thousands of pounds, of weight of these rocks, and he just, just moves them out of the way, and he's not dead. I mean, just one of those rocks probably would have killed him. That was a small nitpick, but another one was Sarah showing up. Laurel was like running around the city by herself, and all of a sudden, Sarah shows up. I mean, how did she find her? Just out of that whole big city, she knew exactly where she was. Just okay, here's my sister Sarah. Thanks. Yeah, just small nitpicks. But yeah, we've seen another great thing I forgot to mention on the last video was that there was a phrase Oliver said to Laurel that it started with us three. We have to get back to that. It's time to get back to that. I thought that was a great what he said. I thought that phrase was great, and it shows that trying to get the core three back together, and I like that. Yeah, but I love the scene at the beginning where Diggle is fighting Isabel Rocha for whatever she wants to call herself, not Ravager or whatever she wants to call herself now, and she says that she wants to put a bullet in Felicity's head, and I was like, what? Okay, I mean, I didn't realize you hated Felicity so bad. And then all of a sudden, wham, Felicity just hits her with that car. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. I thought that was so funny. It just came out of nowhere and just hit her. It was very funny. I like that scene. The scenes, towards the end, where we see, Amanda Waller, she's calling in the cavalry to just block everybody from getting out. She's going to bomb the whole city, I'm sure Oliver will save the day before. I think that he's got until dawn, I think she said. But you can see that she doesn't really, I mean, she cares, but she's cold. She knows that she's got to keep it contained, and she's willing to sacrifice like 600,000 people. And she knew the exact number, like 571,000 something. So, I mean, she knew the exact number, and she knew that it would be a lot of casualties, but she's willing to sacrifice all those people to keep it contained. And shows how cold she is, though. But I guess it's kind of necessary. I guess you wouldn't want that to get out into, the rest of the country. But, yeah, I believe Oliver will save, they will save it, and hopefully, there won't be no bomb go off. But with this show, I mean, who knows? I mean, from last season, they're completely caving in the entire city. I mean, who knows? I mean, now they're going to bomb the city. I mean, I guess it's possible. But, yeah, overall, I mean, I enjoyed the episode. The stuff with Brother Blood, that were, Sebastian Blood, and he finally figured out that Slade was, was evil. He was going to completely destroy the whole city. He told him, Oliver loves this city. I'm going to take everything away that he loves, and he loves this city. I'm going to destroy the city. And Sebastian's like, okay. I want to save the city. I mean, his whole in his head, he wanted to change the city, but he still wanted to save it and try to save the people. He didn't want all these people to die, and he completely turned just like that. Once he realized after Oliver said, he's just using you, dude. I mean, he's using you, man. Just and he didn't want to pay attention, but now, you know, he got the cure. That's one thing I didn't mention is that the cure. The Star Labs called Felicity. They got the cure. The courier or whatever got sidetracked. I got in this chaos that's going throughout the whole city with the entire army of Slades destroying everything. They try to save this courier that has this the cure. Well, Slade gets there first with his guy, and then Sebastian Blood steals the cure, gives it back to Oliver so he can save the city. And the whole scene where Blood is trying to explain what he was doing and this and that, and you trying to make you feel sorry for him. But I mean, he's done a lot of evil things throughout the whole season. He killed his own mother, so I don't really feel incredibly sorry for the guy. I mean, he got what he deserved, really. But yeah, I mean, he gave the cure up. Ravager, Isabel Rochef, whatever, comes in there, whoom, straight through the chest with the two swords. I mean, he's done. He's done for the season. That's it for him. Yeah, didn't see a lot of Slade this episode. I mean, you want to see him in the full uniform. We're going to see him next episode, obviously. We're going to see him. He was just, hanging out, watching the destruction from high up on the top of the building, watching everything burn down, watching the city burn. Yeah, it just shows how just careless he is. He just doesn't care, he just evil, But I love it. I love his character. It's so evil that I love it. Yeah, the stuff with Roy. I mean, Roy was out on the table. He was out on the table, and then Oliver didn't want to give him the cure. He was scared. But then after Amanda Waller says we're going to destroy everything, you got until dawn. He took that syringe and injected him. Hopefully it cured him. Who knows? I mean, we got to see. I seen the preview for next episode, and Roy is with them, with Arrow, with Sarah. It looks like Nissa Al Ghul comes back with the League of Shadows. It looks like even Merlin was with them. And then Roy. And I'm like, well, he gave the cure to him. Is he not cured? I mean, why is he going into battle if he's just a normal guy? I mean, maybe it's possible he still has his strength, but maybe he's just, he's got his faculties back. Maybe he's not, like, enraged anymore. That would be awesome. We will see. I mean, yeah, the whole scene's with Merlin. I mean, Merlin's back. I mean, I almost forgot. Yeah, Merlin's back. I mean, he comes out of nowhere, saves Thea. And then the whole scenes with Thea still running away from him, and she didn't want to trust him. And I'm like, well, you don't really have much of a choice, really. I mean, Merlin's there to save you. What choices do you have, really? I mean, everyone else these guys are trying to kill you. At least go with him. Maybe he can save you. But yeah, the whole ending where she has the gun, and then bang, and then that's it. And obviously, I think there was somebody behind him, and then she shoots the guy behind him. Unless Merlin has some type of armor or something that, he doesn't die from the bullets. Because you've seen in the preview, I think he was with the group. So, should be interesting to see. Yeah, I know I'm probably forgetting something. I mean, well, the whole scene with Oliver still thinking that, he can't beat Slade, and Felicity in that moment with, trying to convince Oliver that, what he's done. Oliver's trying to say everything is his fault, and then Felicity, telling him that no, I mean, you've captured all these guys, and that was a great scene with those two. Yeah. Yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens with Diggle. I think he might battle Ravager again, Isabel Rochef. I think those two should battle. I mean, they left unfinished business there. I mean, who knows? I mean, he wasn't in the scene with them walking into battle, the whole group. So where's he at? So should be interesting. Also in the preview, I noticed a quick glimpse of Deadshot. is Deadshot coming back? That should be interesting to see how he's involved. I mean, I think they're going to have everybody involved for next week's episode. Everybody's going to be there that we've seen this season. I mean, they're all going to be there. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode. The flashbacks. I mean, on the sub, you've seen how that relationship there with the Russian guy, and how he's involved, how he has that friendship now with the Russian mob or whatever it is that we've seen earlier in the season. We wonder how how that came about. Well, there it is. He saved that guy. Yeah, the whole scene on the sub, and he's trying to get the cure, and yeah, they were okay. I mean, it wasn't. I think it slowed down the actual episode, but a little bit of backstory is okay. Yeah, coming down to the end, guys. Very end next week. Yeah, tell me what you guys thought, guys, in the comments. I mean, this is a very, very good show, guys. We need more people to support the show. It's obviously got season 3 for next year's in the bag. We're gonna get season 3, so that's good news. Also, I almost forgot to mention that late yesterday, CW announced that they have officially announced that they're going to order a full season of The Flash. So we're going to get a full season of The Flash next fall, I guess. Yeah, it's official. It's official. We got The Flash. So it'd be cool if he showed up in the final episode. That'd be so awesome. I mean, who knows? I'm not sure if he will or not. That'd be cool though. That would be really cool. But we are officially going to get a Flash TV show. So we're going to have Arrow and Flash, and I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of crossover going on with that. So that should be great for next season. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this episode, what you thought of this season. Let me know. We got one more next week. Should be fun. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. See you later, guys.